Good evening and welcome to Realty Coffee Talk on Awaz Entertainment in Canada around the world. My name is Tahir Qureshi. I'm your host tonight. Our topic is Challenge of Being a Real Estate Agent and Solutions. It's a great honor for me to have my friend Ken Finch joining me as a guest panelist to discuss this. Ken, do you want to introduce yourself to my clients?
Yes. Hello, everybody. I'm Ken Finch from Royal LePage Signature. I'm a broker and a fellow of the Real Estate Institute.
Well, as you know, I'm also a fellow of Real Estate Institute of Canada, broker of record for City Pro Realty Inc. brokerage. Today we're talking this particular topic, life of a real estate agent. Under TRESA, Trust in Real Service Act now, salesperson, broker, realtor, and combination of various designation, now we can call real estate agent as in fact, and the TRESA. That's amendment to the REBA. So what are the really challenges? Something when we talk about real estate agent, life of a real estate agent, they think the real estate agent have a lot of time. When they are doing, people see them once in a while setting up appointments and talking to people. What do you think? How do you see your life being a real estate agent and a broker in your case?
Well, with the time, people think that realtors, make up their own schedule. But in fact, if you have a listing, if you're selling a property and you get an offer, you have to act immediately. And sometimes the irrevocable time, which is the deadline to respond to the offer, sometimes it's 11 o'clock in the evening. So you have to respond before that time. So, it means, time away from your family, time away, from your personal life, which is commonplace in the real estate industry. You have to act quickly. You have to act immediately. So.
Yeah, this is same thing is if you have a client, they like a property, they haven't sold their property. I just got one of my employee called me, say, sir, I have a question for you. I have a client, he wants to put an offer on the property and his property is not in the market. Now you are entering in a colder period, holiday season is coming. So I asked him, what is the condition of the property? Go check out what's happening in that area where they own the house. And then we see if it's possible to sell their property sooner. But they already want to buy a property, and being a responsible real estate agent, you have to accommodate. So he's calling me before I was coming to the show. So I told him, yes, go check this out first. Look at the history, and then we'll talk with them tomorrow, because there is a scheduled date for submission of an offer in a couple of days, which is buying. But they need the money from selling this property in order to buy that. So under a situation where lower value property, there's a large sub-bidding going on those cases, his condition will not be attractive if he has to sell the property as an escape clause. So these are the things that happen, is that somebody say, I want you to list my property, or put an offer on the property. You have to drop all the activity that you have scheduled to entertain those requests. And every client, the customer who approach a realtor, he or she has to pay attention to that person.
Definitely. There's a lot of time-sensitive issues, and sometimes we need to. Sometimes you don't know if you have to sell first or buy first, and it all depends on what type of market we're in, and what type of property you're buying and selling. Condos right now, you have to sell first, because in the downtown market right now in 2020, in the autumn, it is a buyer's market. There's a lot of inventory, so you have to be able to sell first if you need the funds to purchase the next property. So yeah, it all depends on the type of market you're in.
So at one time, a real estate agent to earn a decent commission, they are working with multiple transactions. and they are involved with, and each one is sensitive. I tell you, they don't have much time. They also have to do some brokerage training program. They have to attend some designation program. They also have to do continuing education program to renew their licenses. They have to deal with the transaction. They have to coordinate the home inspection. They are working with the mortgage brokers to help them expedite. If a lawyer needs some information, they need that. If there is mental issues. So they are coordinating multiple tasks with each transaction. So I hardly see a time they have
Yes.
and the perception is that majority of the people think I'm going to jump into the real estate and become a real estate agent. I'm going to have plenty of time. That is not true.
No.
You may be able to manage your time,
Yes.
but you will.
Yes, exactly. Time management is extremely important, and if you're busy as you should be, then you have to schedule things in accordance with your schedule, your family, your life.
Yeah. So this is the perception where people are thinking about, I want to join real estate and I want to become a real estate agent, and I think they have plenty of time. So we're telling you it's very, very challenging. It's a lot of efforts management requires to have time, because you're dealing with the client, because you have obligation to look after their services and provide them service and training, paying for your chore, normal chore like a family member. So a lot of activity. So if you think that you want to come into the real estate and you think there is plenty of time, that is not the case. If you are independent and a full-time real estate professional. Now, some people think that when you go to become a real estate, how long it takes a new agent to do a transaction. What steps that we have to take? Because lots of people are thinking about joining real estate. We welcome. I think we have approximately 90,000 realtors in Ontario.
Yes.
Okay. And there are 224 FRIs like you are FRI, I'm FRI. But how do you think, or based on your experience, tell me, how long it takes to do a real estate, a person who got the license do a transactions?
So to do your first transaction, it does take quite a bit of effort. You have to network with your existing database. Maybe advertising. That can work as well. But then when you get your first transaction, then there are several steps to take along the way to get to a firm sale. So it's conditional on the home inspection, conditional on financing. If it's a commercial property, conditional on environmental inspection. So, that can take several months with a commercial property, and at least 1 to 2 weeks with buying a residential.
But what he's talking about, Ken is talking about, is securing a firm deal, basically. In terms, when you get your license, let's say you have finished your courses, you have to do all the courses that now Humber College is offering, unless you are still working under old program, which Uriah College is going to end on 31st of March next year. Once you get your license, you join a brokerage, then you start mentoring program, education program, unless you have some sale experience or you have a networking or connections that you are pretty active person who has a network, you are a social media guy, because right now social media is playing a very definite role trying to get you this. But in normal case, you are looking to spend almost over $4,000 in education and approximately $4,000 in registration. So basically
Yes.
$8,000 that you have to spend when you get the license. You haven't even paid for your business card. Some brokerage print free of charge for you. And then you start working, learning the MLS system, searching the property, and working with a co-associate. So if you are totally new and you do not have any motivation and passion to really jump into real estate, it may take you 3 to 6 months before you have one transaction.
Yes, no, definitely. There are a lot of steps to take between the start of the process until your first transaction. And, the courses are, quite intense. It's mainly about the Real Estate Act. And then when you get into your brokerage, then you start to learn how to attract clients and how to generate leads, definitely.
So you know now that if you are interested in real estate or you're a new person entering in real estate business, it will take you maybe 3 to 6 months to do the first deal, because you not only have to learn, search the property, you also have to understand the process and preparing the offer and going through the process. And I highly recommend that you work with a senior mentor in your brokerage that help you to guide you to make sure that you're done. So if you're a consumer, so you understand that the real estate professional, they go to very stringent education requirement before they are listed, they are registered with the Real Estate Council of Ontario to get the license as a salesperson or real estate agent, and then they become broker, and then obviously somebody open a broker record. So this is the steps. That means if you think there's too much time, there is no such a thing. And also you think there's going to be very jumpy, humpy, I'm going to go and get in right away, lots of business. It's not going to happen. It's going to be a lot of effort. We're going to talk about those topics. Then I say impression is that, or perception is that real estate agent makes a lot of money. Mm-hmm. That's why people want to move into real estate. We have 90,000 realtors, and we have only 224 FRIs.
Yes. No, definitely. People think that, it's a get-rich-quick scheme, and they don't realize the fees involved, the education fees involved, the marketing involved, and then the fees from the brokerage. So, there are different types of splits that you can get. Real estate agents have to split their commission with the brokerage that they are licensed with. Sometimes newer realtors, it's not uncommon to have a 60-40, 70-30 split, or, it depends. There are a wide variety of ranges. But what's more important is the funds that you have to allocate for promotion and advertising. Because if you don't, if you're not able to attract the clients, then you won't have any business in the first place. So there's different social media, print, traditional, such as print advertising, outdoor advertising, and the best type of advertising is word of mouth, which is still can be a big expense. Just dealing with your database.
Well, this is what we talk about the people. Yes, real estate agents do make lots of money, but they have spent lots of money to establish their network. They have influx of referral program because they established themselves in the industry. They have lots of following. There are lots of repeat clientele. So depending on situation, because you can see on MLS now, because of competition, there is no limitation in terms of what is being offered or what is being accepted. Whatever is between listing agent and the seller is determined what value that realtor will get. Sometimes it's less commission, sometimes it's more commission. So it is a full and open competition. So the real thing is that, does the real estate agent keep all the commission he receives because that is his or her paycheck? First, they will try to negotiate, find you a property. Sometimes it takes months to find the right property that meets the needs of a client. Once the offer is submitted, sometimes they put multiple offers because they're competing for securing a property. Mm-hmm. And then when finally you negotiated a deal, you went through the inspection process like Ken said, and you made the deal, and closing date could be 90 days, 60 days.
Yes. Yeah.
So they don't get to see. But during this period, let's count those number of expenses they have to carry. Because you don't get check on every week or bi-weekly.
No.
You only get paid when it's closing, or sometimes you're working with the builder. Yes, they give you 50% in the beginning and 50% of the closing. You know that they offer
Yes,
because
that's-
of that.
That works well.
So let's talk about the split of the commission and expenses we have. So realtors are 99% are self-employed.
Yes.
Now under new TRISA rule, personal real estate corporation are allowed now. So we are asking any accountant to share that experience with the realtors and public, that how the taxing system will work. But at the end of the day, even though it takes them 3 to 6 months to close a deal, doesn't matter. I'm talking about a one particular deal, because we deal with multiple transactions at one time. But we don't get paid. We still need a car, we need the insurance, we need to pay the monthly mortgage of the house because we are using some office, and we have to support the family, mortgage
Yes.
for the house, pay for a renewal license, pay for the continuing education, pay for a special designation program, pay the brokerage fee. Like he said, the brokerage have different splits. And sometimes the agent also give small gift for closing to the
Yes.
client, which is permissible under the law, as long as you are a client of a brokerage. He or she can gift you some money or buy you gift or something. But there are lots of transactions. These are the costs of doing business. So you don't get to keep the whole of it. So normal
Definitely
split
not.
is because, what is the split normally is average in a
It
big
can
broker?
be 70%, 30% going to your brokerage, anywhere up to 95%, and 5% to the brokerage. Sometimes there is an administration fee that you have to pay your brokerage. Some are $1,000 a month. Some are
desk fee. You're talking about desk fee, eh?
yes, desk fees can be anywhere from $75 a month up to $1,000 per month, and that's every month regardless of a transaction. But then there are also administration fees per transaction. Sometimes it's $500 to $1,000 per transaction plus a commission split. So there are definitely many expenses when you have to sell a property, let alone the advertising and promotion expense to sell the property. You have to do, some people like print advertising to sell their property. They like social media. There are different email campaigns. There are a lot of companies that offer marketing services that, you can mass email your clients, and you can send out messages for new listings. So that is another, say, $50 per month for a company that can, organize your database and send out mass emails. So, not only the fees that you have to pay your brokerage, but fees you have to pay to market the property to sell.
This is another thing. So you can see that we don't have much time because we're chasing the client or business or family affairs. It takes 3 to 6 months to get the first deal. Then we get the commission, and we have to split the commission, and we have so many expenses because we don't get paid. And you know how much stress that has on real estate agent, and he's still doing his job. Okay. Now here is another issue. Deal or no deal. Impact of rejection. So when you have deal or no deal, you spend so much time, you work so hard on deal, and because of some small thing, because of our fiduciary duty as real estate agent, we cannot allow our client to extend itself beyond it means.
Yes.
So sometimes professionally, ethically, morally, we are obligated to ask the client to rethink about their decision because that might have a repercussion.
Definitely. Quite often, the first offer is the best offer. I have had clients reject an offer only to accept an offer 2 months later at a lower price. And not only is the sale price lower, they're paying property tax, they're paying their mortgage, they're paying, several different expenses such as utilities. And quite often you have to really consider the first offer depending on the type of market you're in.
Yeah, so the impact is that basically a salesperson, real estate agent, who has worked very hard on your project and is struggling because he's establishing himself or herself in the market domain. Therefore, there will be rejection there, and they have to steadfast to continue and passionately to work and learn new skill, adopt new method and technology, because the coronavirus has really impacted a real estate business. It's now virtual, all seminar, education program, everything is virtual now, and we have adopted new C. And because of this, the second quarter was really zero output, and it was really bad. Third quarter went really good, and we did some good transaction. So basically what we're saying is that in this business, we also face the rejection. Rejection means nothing is working. And you're not making money if you're not making any deals. This is part and parcel of the life of a real estate agent who feels that thinks that he or she is doing best of the ability, but something is mostly not working out. And sometimes you have a bad faith sometimes with clients or consumers. Sometimes they have a multiple signature of BRA. People sign different agreements and they don't tell each other, so people get stressed out because we don't want to breach and induce ourselves on our fellow realtors agreement of buyer representation agreement. So sometimes they don't disclose that.
Yes, yeah, and there are also a lot of issues with the motivation of the buyer or the seller. If someone is selling and it is leaning towards a buyer's market, you may find buyers that are trying to take advantage, and they don't want to do a win-win situation. They're trying to take advantage of the seller, of the market, because it's constantly changing. In different neighborhoods, in different times of the year, it is, it can be a buyer's market or seller's market. And obviously the best type of situation is a win-win for the buyer and the seller. But sometimes the sellers are holding back offers, trying to create a bidding war, and there are several buyers trying to compete on a specific property. So it can be a challenge trying to get a meeting of the minds and trying to sell the property, because if it is a seller's market, there are going to be buyers that are disappointed and vice versa.
Yeah, so we are a mediator. We are in the middle between buyer and seller. Our goal is fairness, honest, full disclosure, maintain professional integrity when dealing with the real estate, because consumer trust is very important. And Realty Coffee Talk is all about awareness and consumer trust in real estate, and that's the whole goal of Realty Coffee Talk, is to educate you so you understand that. So now we are working under and licensed by Real Estate Council of Ontario, who's working on behalf of the Ontario government, and their mandate is education, establishing education program, registration program. When you complete education, you register. Then you have a compliance program to make sure you follow the law when you're performing duty under the Act. And then is consumer protection program, where the deposit of your money that comes to real estate trust account is maintained. So that's the whole program, and is all behind is consumer trust, building trust and economy. And that's the goal of the government of Ontario, is to make sure the consumer trust in dealing with licensed real estate agents and brokerage, so you can have a confidence that they are following ethics and morals and law, and your regulatory and your interest is protected, and you have a recourse to go to Real Estate Council of Ontario website and complain if there's someone is acting or misbehaving or not treating a consumer properly. So now we're going to take a little short break on Realty Coffee Talk. You're watching Realty Coffee Talk on Awards Entertainment in Canada, around the world.
Welcome to City Pro Realty. We are 100% Canadian family-owned real estate brokerage. If you are thinking of buying or selling residential or commercial real estate, think of us. Call us. We are one-stop solution provider for your real estate needs. Our passion is real estate. Your success is our priority. Our commission plans to meet your budget. Your satisfaction is guaranteed. A family serving family. To search for sale properties and free reports, visit www.citypro.net.
चार बजे देखिए आपका किचन विद शहबाज गोरी। सुबह 5 बजे देखिए सितारे और हम। 5:30 बजे देखिए मैसेज ऑफ मर्सी। शाम 6 बजे देखिए दीन और दुनिया। इस्लाम इन मॉडर्न टाइम मजर अयूब के साथ देखिए हर मंगल शाम 6 बजे और हर जुमा शाम 5 बजे। थिंक अबाउट इट सलमान कुरैशी के साथ हर मंगल शाम 7 बजे। रियल्टी कॉफी टॉक ताहिर कुरैशी के साथ देखिए हर जुमेरात 7 बजे। टुनाइट टॉक रिजवान असलम के साथ हर जुमे को 7 बजे। देखिए तकरार कीजिए तकरार समीना जबीन के साथ रोज रात 9 बजे। आप देख रहे हैं आवाज एंटरटेनमेंट, आवाज आपकी, चैनल हमारा, जुड़िए हमसे।
Love that chicken from Popeyes. Love that chicken from Popeyes. Welcome to Realty Coffee Talk on Awaz Entertainment in Canada, around the world. My name is Tahir Qureshi. I'm your host. Tonight we're talking about the life of real estate agent and solutions and challenges faced by them. And you have understanding how they are functioning and what type of challenges they have, and they have to deal with the complex issues. Just to let you know that our program is being watched in Canada, around the world. We have 3.8 million viewers of Awaz Entertainment globally every month. That's a good news. And Realty Coffee Talk has a 1.5 million viewers a month.
Yeah.
Or Realty Coffee Talk through Awaz Entertainment.
Yeah, and all the channels.
All
definitely.
the channels. So it's a great. Thank you very much for your encouragement and continue to watch our program. We thank you for that. So let's get back to the topic. Who are the real customer, consumer? Are the customer who we do business with? Either you are a buying and selling a home or commercial. So how do you deal with the consumer and how you negotiate with this? Because our business is with the consumer.
Yes, definitely. There are two types of contracts for a consumer. There is a client agreement and a customer agreement.
Yeah.
So there are different, it's the same fiduciary duties, honesty, fairness, and such. And it is definitely better to sign as a client rather than a customer. Because it just gives more full disclosure, more, you're still protected with the Real Estate Act under both programs or contracts, but it is definitely preferred to be a client.
Yeah. In this case, basically, how you become a real estate professional, successful, you learn the skills, how the consumer behave. That means you are going to go out and talk to the people, and how you communicate, how you create your message, how you platform that you use to deliver that message, and the message itself is delivered to your client, the potential customer or client, and they receive the message exactly the way you intended for. There is a program as a part of the fellowship, Ken and myself, you can see this pin we have, they're FRI pins. Under our FRI pin program, we have a consumer behavior and negotiating. How we behave, how we act, how we dress, how we walk, how we show, and how we communicate. This is a very beautiful and very useful tool. The Real Estate Institute of Canada has this training program. If you are a realtor, I highly recommend you to call reic.ca and sign up for that education small course. I believe it's 2 or 3 days. You will learn a lot about how you prepare yourself to negotiate with the consumer, how they behave, because we have to learn. If your client have adopted certain method or mechanism to communicate, you adopt to that, and it teaches you how to learn that, how you walk into the client's door to make sure you win that listing. This education program will help you. So I recommend you to go to reic.ca. If you are a realtor or real estate agent, go sign up for this. It will change your life, how you do your business. So again, reic.ca, and go look for them and tell them you got it from Realty Coffee Talk. They will give you maybe a discount. I'll put word for you. Go talk to them. The most important thing in any business is, if you are a new realtor or a successful realtor, or you've been in real estate, to set up a business plan. Business plan. Because not only that you have executed a plan, put together an idea, because it set up a timeline, and you put resources behind the timeline, and you put effort for that, so you will have a flow of real estate deals.
Yeah, definitely.
So what do you have to offer on that? What do you think that is important in this COVID environment?
It's definitely important as a realtor to plant the seeds for future business. You may be busy in the springtime, and then you stop marketing and advertising to your database and to your community. So that will lead to slower business in the future. So you have to constantly, not only when you're working with clients or not working with clients, you have to advertise and market nonstop. Because if you slow down in your promotion, then transactions take several months from the time you speak to a buyer or seller to the time of the sale. Then from the time of the sale, it can take 30 to 60 to 90 days to get paid.
Yeah.
So you have to constantly market and promote yourself and load up your funnel for new business.
It's very, very important, because when you have some transactions and you know that you may already have incurred all the expenses few months before to pay for them now. You use maybe line of credit to use it to pay for those. Now you're paying that off. But if you want to have a repeat customer and flow of business, you have to plan your time, execution, and you put resources behind it. Advertisement, like Ken said, advertisement, social media, TV program, or even you can advertise on Awaz Entertainment. We have a special program for you. If you want to advertise on a Realty Coffee Talk, you saw that. We have 1.5 million viewers watching Realty Coffee Talk every month, and 3.8 million watching around the Awaz Entertainment globally. So here you go, you can advertise, but it costs money. For anything, you have to do a continuing education program. And when you slow down a little bit, that time you do designation program. This is why I was coming again here, continuing education. Our economy is changing, our business method is changing. This COVID-19 has impacted all of us, so we adopted new technology, new way of doing business, virtual, Zooming, and many other mechanisms, virtual open houses, getting people to sign, getting commission paid by electronically. I never use that. I always use checks to sign it. Now I'm saying, no, it's good. Electronically pay the
Yes.
commission. So it's an education program, and the also is designations and networking.
Definitely.
That is very important. So how you do it on your designation program? You have lots of designation programs. So can you tell our viewers? And then also networking, how you network?
Yes, well, the designations are important for continuing education. It's important to keep up to date on the market, keep up to date on the Real Estate Act. It's constantly changing. But with networking, it's very important to get out there, to be seen in your community, to be seen on social media. You have to constantly promote yourself. You have to constantly get involved in charities, constantly get involved with your family and friends. So it's very important to get out there and be seen as the expert in the market. You have to, and that is why the continuing education is so important, because you have to be known as the expert realtor in your network.
Yeah, as you know that I am a board director of Mississauga Real Estate Board, and we have an excellent board team and also education program. We are offering education program. So if you want to learn a designation program, visit mreb.ca, or you can talk to our chief executive officer. His name is Ray Dubash, and mreb.ca. You can visit there. You can see the program and sign up online. Because designation will give you distinction between other people. Like I said, we have 90,000 realtors approximately in Ontario, and there are about 224 FRIs. So we are FRIs, Fellow of Real Estate Institute of Canada. We follow the national highest ethical and professional standard and recognized across Canada. Even though our license to practice real estate is in Ontario, but our designation is recognized across Canada. And you are also certified property management, CPM.
Yes. So the real estate designations, there are many types. I'm also a certified property manager, which is recognized globally. I have the accredited buyer representative, which is also recognized around North America. You have the international real estate.
Yeah, CIPS. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. So that is, so tahir is, recognized around the world with your commercial experience. Yeah. And it's important to take the courses and also take the continuing education just to keep up to date with the current market, because it is constantly changing. Real estate is cyclical. Right now in 2020, as I've mentioned previously, the condo market in the downtown area is oversaturated. There's a surplus. You have to know how to deal with listings and with buyers. You have to know what you're doing with freehold properties, with commercial properties. So it's constantly changing, so you have to constantly keep up to date with the existing market.
And viewers, as you know, the real estate agent are working together is a network of approximately 90,000 in Ontario, and maybe over 110,000 member of Canada Real Estate Association. We are all one family working together, providing a realtor.ca access to all the information. But we compete each other. We represent our client. We compete with each other professionally, ethically, honestly, and cooperate with each other, and we make sure we have the highest education available. What is the competitive edge I have over fellow competitors? Is based on knowledge, experience, and skill set that you acquire through securing additional designations.
Yes, definitely.
So because we are all follow the same law, REBA, we are all registered sale agent or real estate agent or broker of record. We follow the same education program. A broker has a little bit higher education than the real estate agent, And broker can become a broker record, like I am a broker record. Ken is a broker record, broker, but when he opens his company, he can be a broker record. What is the edge? Is knowledge.
And experience.
And experience.
Yes.
Because our knowledge and experience may be different from each other, even though we are all registered with the Real Estate Council of Ontario and licensed. So when you have, I'm a fellow Real Estate Institute of Canada, certified real estate specialist, certified international property specialist, senior real estate specialist. This is about the old people. They are 50 plus, retiring people, or they are retiring, they have a lot of asset. I'm certified to deal with the senior people who are moving from bigger homes to smaller home, old age facilities, they need that. I'm certified. Seller representative, which is selling only, and ABR, which you also have, ABR. So these are designations that acquire more knowledge, and then your experience you can help. So this is the competitive edge for realtors. We recommend all of you, talk to, if you're a member of Mississauga Real Estate Board, call mreb.ca and sign up for a designation program, because holidays are coming. Take advantage of that. Same thing is if you are a member of any tribe members or any other boards, please join and sign up for an education program. That'll give you a competitive edge. Before we close my program, I'm going to ask my panelist guest, can give 1 minute final message that you want to give to the clients.
So I think it's very important, if you're a licensed realtor, you have to take continuing education. It's very important to keep up to date on the market. It's very important to be professional in the industry and give top level service. So that's my advice. As Tahir said, the slow season for real estate is upon us now, and November, December, January is slower in the real estate industry. So take some continuing education, get a designation, reic.ca. You can get the Fellow of the Real Estate Institute designation. It's a fantastic program. There are several courses on ethics, negotiation, and real estate law. So it's very important to just do your continuing education, go above and beyond what the other realtors are doing, and get the competitive edge in the industry.
Viewers, my name is Tahir I. Qureshi. I'm your host tonight. I hope that you understand the challenging of being a real estate agent and solutions that we have suggested. If you are a fellow realtor, please sign up for different designation program. If you are living in a GTA, you can join Mississauga Real Estate Board. We have a good education program, a designation program. They are virtually offered. You don't have to go to the office. It's done through the Zoom. So you go to mreb.ca and sign up. If you are a member of Toronto Real Estate Board, please go join them and sign up for a designation program. If you want to go and seek fellowship, go to reic.ca. This is the best time because you are entering into holiday season, and this is the best time to use your time and learn new skill, because this is very, very important. That give you competitive edge. Now you have a little bit understanding, my viewers, what is the life of a real estate agent. It is not any easy. We don't have plenty of time. We don't make too much money. We have lots of obligation. Sometimes we have a rejection. This is part and parcel of real estate agent's life. And when we plan our activities and do it right way, we execute them, put resources behind it, then we can achieve success and flow of repeat business in real estate. I hope this information give you some idea about life of real estate agent in Canada, in Ontario. Thank you very much for watching. Again, if you are involved in real estate, mortgage, construction, builder, or you are a developer or renovator, plumber, you would like to advertise in our program, you can see Awaz Entertainment has a 3.8 million viewers in a month. And we have a special discounted program for Realty Coffee Talk viewers. So please contact, number is on the screen, 647-484-0018, and subscribe for your services and promotion. Thank you very much for watching. We should see you next Thursday at 7 p.m. Thank you for watching. May God bless you all. May God bless Canada. Thank you.